Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer and another unboxing video. Today we got a really cool one for you. We got Army of the Dead, a Zombicide game by CMON. I watched Army of the Dead when I was a kid. I absolutely loved it back then. Haven't watched it in a long time, but it's a perfect theme in my book for a Zombicide game. Alright, let's see. Army of the Dead. The world didn't end when the zombies arrived. The outbreak was mostly contained except for some highly infected no-go zones. One such zombified area, Las Vegas. But there's always an opportunity in the Sin City. So it looks like we're going to have to make our way into a vault. Will you be able to work together to survive? Or are you going to become an all-you-can-eat buffet? All right, so as standard Zombicide games pretty much go, 1 to 6 players. We got ages 14 plus, and it should take you about an hour to play the game. Some of the scenarios are a little bit longer, but let's take a look at what this game has to offer. Okay, you know, I've been a huge Zombicide fan ever since the first one came out, and it's always been one of my top games. Every new one that comes out, I just get so excited to play. Okay, let's get this thing open and see what we got. All right, inside the top, looks like the first thing we're gonna get, some free CMON content. We got our rule booklet. All right, of course, the back, game round summary, always your targeting priorities. They've always done a really good job about using the back page of all of their books. Looks like we've got about 31 pages in this book. All right, and there's some of the characters you're going to see in this particular game. All your figures, your introduction. I am assuming that this is going to be pretty much standard Zombicide, but with a few tweaks. It seems like every one of these new type ones have some sort of new little tweak that they do. Ooh, new little update of some line of sight rules. I'll definitely be going through that. But yeah, man, I'll tell you, all these Zombicides, all the artwork always seems to be relatively the same. It all just looks really good to me. The cool thing I always liked about Zombicide 2 is there is a lot of game here, but they really always have tried to keep the rules relatively as simple as possible. List of all the skills. I don't know if they have it in there, but I'd like to see that as a separate thing rather than inside the book. Something that you can just kind of pass around. All right, looks like we're going to have an Army of the Dead confidential missions. So we're going to have our different mission summary, time track. You know what? It's going to be different missions. This is one I'm not sure I really want to open up. I like to take a look at everything as it goes, but what we're going to do is we're going to slide it out and see what mission 1. Mission 1, everyone's going to see mission 1. Okay, you can't play the game without playing mission 1. So let's see if we can get this open, and we'll at least take a look at that and see what it has to offer. Okay, so Army of the Dead, mission 1, to the rescue. So it looks like its duration is going to be long and difficulty is going to be hard. Okay, I'm going to just pull the rest of these off to the side. All right, and we'll just kind of flip it over and we'll let you take a look at this one right here. Okay, so our mission 1 looks like it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 different tiles, 7 different tiles, another one there. Our elevator, oh, cool, they put elevators back in. Haven't seen that since the X-Men one or the Marvel one. But yeah, look, everything looks pretty standard on there. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this is all going to play out. The other missions I'm going to leave off to the side, and we're going to leave those confidential. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the stuff we're going to get inside here. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have all of our boards. They're all going to be shrink wrapped together, knocking stuff all over the place. All right, so let's get this thing opened up, and that way we can at least see what all the locations are going to look like. Some of the tiles. All right. Okay, so the first thing we're going to have is it looks like we're going to have some little markers for the zombies. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, exit. Okay, and then that's going to be your, I'm guessing your spawn points. Got probably your number 1 spawn point. All right, looks like here's some tiles right here, some different rooms. This might be our little elevators. But, I mean, wow. As normal, all Zombicide stuff just pops out nice and clean. A little timer marker maybe. Okay. All right, here's going to be our room tiles and locations. So we got R1, V1. Let's see, R2, V2. Oh, nice helicopter. R3. Okay, V3. R4. Looks like we're in a casino. That's actually really cool. V4. R5. Our casino looks like it's gonna, ooh, some slot machines maybe. V5. R6. Oh yeah. Gotta love that casino carpet. V6. R7. We got V7 here. I like this little angle piece right there. That's really cool looking. And R8. Looks like we're underground maybe. And V8. Huh. That's really nice. So the artwork on those is pretty reminiscent of everything that we've seen so far. Okay, now let's take a look at how they got everything in here. I'm used to everything being on boxes, and it looks like they might have gone away from the boxes. I can't remember if the last couple ones had boxes or not. Well, let's see. All right, let's get this tray one open up. Okay, so we're going to have all of our trays. Looks like they went to a nice pink color this time. Those are going to be just your standard Zombicide trays for your hand items and your character card and all your pegs. And all the different pegs you're going to use. These are all pretty standard for every Zombicide game that I've seen. Dice. Let's take a look at the dice. Seems like on a couple of the ones I've seen where they kind of changed their dice up a little bit. All right, so we got some standard dice, just regular D6s, and these are the standard as well, but they're going to have a little bit different symbol on them, as you can see right there. But otherwise, yeah, they're just regular dice. I have so many Zombicide dice. I've bought in some of the extra packs for over the years, and they're always really nice to have. Okay, and then we're going to have our standee bases, okay, for your player color. Another standard. All right, and this looks like is going to be our character cards. Okay, let's see what these characters are going to look like in this one. Okay, so we're going to have, looks like Burt Cummings. Here, let's do this. Let's pull in just a little tighter on these. Burt Cummings. Okay, Chambers. Get it back on the camera. Bly Tanaka. Mickey Guzman. All their different abilities. Lily. Martin. Marianne Peters. Got to learn how to say names. Kate Ward. Vanderone. Maria Cruz. Can search more than once. That's always a nice ability. Ludwig Dieter. And Scott Ward. He is a born leader, just so you know. And it looks like the backside is going to have their standard equipment they're going to start with. A little bit of the background for him. Combat reflexes. Yeah, so he's going to get his combat reflexes. So yeah, so at least the nice thing is they have that on the back. So if they have that for everyone, so it looks like he's going to get a little sidestep. Yeah, the sidestep. Oh, cool. So they have them actually on the back of their card, so you can just kind of flip those little cards over. Okay, that's actually really nice. I like that. Okay, and let's take a look at the cards. Okay. Nice, big, standard deck of cards we're going to get. We should be able to get all the equipment cards and everything else in here. Okay, what do we have? See if we can kind of split them up by group. That might be a little harder to do. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have some abominations. Okay, there's our different abominations. It looks like they're different too. So you got your mounted Zeus, you got your helmed Zeus, Valentine, and the Queen. Okay, so we got our abomination deck. And then what it looks like we're going to have, let's see if we can grab all these ones. Okay, so these are going to be, probably looks like equipment. So we got our rocket launchers, our crowbar, semi-automatic rifle. Yeah, a few of those, a Ebola gun, revolver, a couple of those, semi-automatic pistol, the Desert Eagle, machete. Yeah, you got to have machete in this one. The silencer, the grenade, katana, booby trap, TNT, first aid kit. I want some more first aid kits. No, not enough first aid kits, but they definitely give you enough extra spawning zombies. The army knife, everyone should have one of those. Plenty of ammo clips that you can find in this one. An adrenaline shot, spiked baseball bat, submachine gun, golden AK-47, the jerry can, combat shotgun, army sniper rifle, sniper, the grenade launcher, heavy machine gun, Scott's military rifle, and the ring saw. There you go. That's all the equipment that you're going to see in this one. Looks like we're also going to have the taco truck. Yeah, taco truck actions. Whoo! Got to have the taco truck. Okay. These ones are going to be the personal objective cards. So every character looks like is going to have a personal objective that they can meet. I remember they added personal objectives a while back. I think I've only played one version of Zombicide that actually had personal objectives. So, all right. It kind of adds a little bit more to the game. I remember enjoying it. It didn't really change the game that much at all. Kind of kept it pretty close to the same. Okay, so now let's see. We're going to have the Queen, Valentine, Alphas. These are going to be some of our spawns. Alphas. The Shamblers. And, yep, so we're going to have just different, so just kind of more of a random version of those as well. So, if you've played Zombicide before, there's not a ton new going out. Okay, roll 5 dice up to 3 times. So I'm not really sure what these are. Gears and bolts, spikes and darts, frozen zombies, zombie vault. Roll 1 extra dice mechanic if you're once per challenge. Change 1 dice to any value. Stealthy, roll 1 extra dice. Huh. Okay. Curious to see what those are. All right, and what do we got here? Army of the Dead, the Zeus orders. Okay, so Zeus must be the main bad guy that we're going to go up against. So your Zeus orders, so he's going to do different things probably when you draw his card. Activate all Shamblers in zone, and this is zone 2 times. Nice. Spawn 4 Shamblers. So yeah, so he's just, you're going to be drawing his card. And all right, that looks really nice. Okay, now let's take a look at some of the figures, and let me pull this out, and I gotta cut these open real fast. They like to tape these shut, and I just about dropped my knife on my foot. That wouldn't have been good. Okay, one more on the side over here. All right, okay, so it looks like all of these ones here are going to be, oh, and I'll show you just a few of those. I don't think. Okay, looks like these are going to be all of our characters that we're going to have in the game. They actually look really cool. There's your little saw, little hand saw. So that looks really, really nice. Okay, trying to put some of these back in. These ones are really loose in here. Oh, I'll grab this guy. He looks actually really cool. It looks like you got a couple of jerry cans in the back. Oh man, I just want to put a wash on these things and just, oh boy, the detail on these, I know this video is probably not showing it at all, but the detail on these is really nice. And I think a wash on these would just make these stand out really good. Really, really good. All right, and let's take a look at some of the zombies. Okay. That looks really good. As always. Whoops. Keep going the wrong location with where my camera's at. Okay, sorry about that. Those, yeah. Those are all looking really, as always, man. I always like the Zombicide figures. You know, they're not, I can't say they're the best sculpts in the world. They're not the most detailed sculpts in the world. But for me, they just kind of fit. They just fit the game. I don't need the most detailed and radical figures in the world. These accurately represent exactly what we're going up against. You put them on the board, and I like it. All right. Oh, did I miss a piece of tape? I did. I missed a couple pieces of tape. All right, hold on 1 second there. Oh, and I'm going to make you all feel like a milkshake as I move the camera all over the place. All right, so this is the cool stuff down in the bottom. This is the one we want to look at. I'm assuming that is going to be Zeus right there. All right, look at that. Now he looks really cool. That is fantastic. Okay, and then I'm gonna guess some of more of his little shambler guys. So if I move that out of the way, will that actually help? No, maybe a little bit. Okay, and let's see, we got a couple more in here. We'll take a look at, oh man, look at the hairdo on that person. Whew. Nice, nice, nice. I can see that being a really colorful one. Yeah, I know there's some people out there that really paint up their Zombicide games really, really good. And man, I can see him going to town on this one. Now this guy right here, man, he just needs to look like Rambo when he's done being painted, because that's what I see when I look at that one. Really good. Okay, good stuff. All right, and there you go. And that looks like that's pretty much everything for Zombicide. I think we just hit the bottom of the box. All right, let's see how all this stuff's going to go back in here. I know I'll be punching this here a little bit later and trying to figure out how the rest of it's going to fit down here in the bottom. But it looks like we should be able to do that. For now, we're just going to put these trays right here. I believe that piece goes there, or was that going under? I think that, no. See, now I'm confused, which isn't really hard to do for me. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Okay, that guy, where did that guy go? And that leaves that whole thing up. See, I confuse myself all the time. I think he actually went in. He went all the way down to the bottom. We got to put this one in here. Some of these games I actually take pictures of. Oh, there we go. I remember how it all went now. So I'll open them up. I'll take a picture because I'm like, man, I just do not know how this stuff goes back in the box. But then once I've done it once or twice, then it's not that big of a deal. Okay, we'll put those in the middle. All right, we have all of our confidential missions, which you're not going to be able to see other than we saw number 1. Put the rule book there. We're going to put that there. Okay, and there we go. Box top's going to go on. Everything's going to go in here nice and tight. And I should have actually zoomed that out because, whoa, you couldn't see anything I did there. It's good because I was really lost putting that back together. But there you go. That's Army of the Dead. Kind of messed up the video on the back half of that, so I hope it didn't confuse you too much. But you should get a good idea of what's actually in this box and what you're going to get when you buy this version of Zombicide. So if you have any comments, please leave them down below. And once again, as always, thanks for watching.
The world is ending and all I can think about is abominations destroying our doors. Found a boomstick, it needs ammunition, baby. Let's destroy the zombies before they start to hoard. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. It's freaking Zombicide. Multiplying, the zombies are coming, baby. I hear them moaning from their hungry jaws. They got the numbers, we got the equipment, baby. Talking about machetes and some battle chainsaws. Nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. It's freaking Zombicide. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. It's freaking Zombicide.